What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Six Invitational. I am your host, Justin Kruger, community developer on Rainbow Six Siege, and a huge congrats to Dex Gaming on that incredible victory that they just played. But today we're talking about community and giving a spotlight on our community that has been amazing over the past year, growing this game, creating incredible content, creating incredible videos, fan art, cosplay, and of course, Twitch stream as well. And from the bottom of our heart, from all of the development team, we just want to take a moment to say thank you. Because you guys work your butts off, and it shows, and you really care. You pour in so much of your time and energy into creating content for this game, and we could not be happier, and we could not be more appreciative of what you've done in year one. So that brings us to our panel where we're going to be talking to a couple of our awesome Twitch streamers, and I'd like to introduce a few of them right now. We got Eddie Monster, who just saw himself in that video. What did you think of that, Eddie?
That was beautiful. It's the best way to convey myself as a broadcaster.
Yeah, just screaming,
yeah,
yelling.
Constantly screaming.
Yeah,
like,
is that right? Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. Eddie, of course, is a Twitch streamer on twitch.tv/Eddie Monster, and we're going to be chatting with him in a little bit. And we also have Little Lexi, another Twitch streamer. How's it going, Lexi?
It's going good. How are you?
How are you liking the event?
It's intense. That last game was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
I was even screaming during it. That was cool.
Yeah, cool. And of course, we got Tangy D. What's going on, Tangy?
Yo, it's all good, man. It's all good.
I know you're a little bit bummed right now because of your Onyx. You're
it's
repping
all right.
them.
It's all right. No, they played well. The Brazilians played really, really good. So well deserved.
Yeah. But you like to rep the Onyx?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
that's your
I
fam?
just got it today, so like I got it.
That's a beautiful jacket, I must say. Yeah. So I'm going to be asking you guys a little bit of questions, getting to know you guys a little bit better. I'm going to start off with you, Eddie. You've been streaming on Twitch for, what, like 5 years, over 5 years?
Yep, December 5th, 2011 was my first stream ever.
That is crazy, man. Wow, that is a really long time to be streaming. And you've been streaming Siege, for quite a long time over the course of the year. You've had some pretty cool experiences with Siege, but tell us a little bit about your journey over the course of those 5 years. Streaming Twitch, like how's that been?
Oh, I mean, it's an exhilarating experience, just being able to see it from the start, like seeing where Twitch has started and grown to. It's amazing to have an opportunity like that, seeing how many amazing content creators, how many broadcasters, how many amazing viewers there are. Like the support is just absolutely unreal, and being able to see that for 5 years now, it's just mind-blowing.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And Lexi, you've been a variety streamer for quite a long time as well. Yeah. But you had a little bit of a different journey with Siege 2. You started out in season 1, and then you kind of
I started out at the beginning, but then I kind of drew away from it, and then come this last season, I just grew extremely addicted to it.
So what brought you back to Siege? What was the key thing?
Probably Eddie, to be honest. I'm friends with Eddie, and then started playing it more and watching his stream and playing with him, and then I just became extremely addicted to it, and I'm quote-unquote variety streamer, but now it's like an addiction streamer really now, because all I play is Siege.
Well, that's essentially what we like go for, right? We're like, we have variety and then Siege. Like we're a variety/Siege streamer
Pretty much.
At this point, yeah.
It's like we're going to play Siege, maybe something later, but we're going to play Siege.
Eventually, you can always come back to Siege.
Of course.
And was there one significant turning point for you coming back? I know you mentioned something about the anti-cheat.
Battle Eye.
Yeah, okay. There it is.
Battle Eye was a big thing for me. I think that's something that turned me off, I'll be honest, at the beginning. Because Siege was like the first shooter on PC that I actually had gotten into. And it was frustrating at the beginning. There was definitely some cheating going on in the game, and Battle Eye cleaned that up a lot, and the game definitely is a lot better now, in my opinion.
That's great. That's great. And Tangy, tell us a little about yourself, man.
I mean, I started streaming about 1 year ago.
Hold on a second. You need no introduction.
All right.
Everybody loves you, Tangy.
But yeah, I started streaming about 1 year ago. Obviously, I started on Siege. It really kick-started my stream in general, and it's great. The community is awesome, super supportive. Shout out to all my mods. They're great, and they help me so much. Yeah.
So you mentioned your mods there. and I want to touch on your communities a little bit because you guys have worked really hard on building your communities and building, this amazing place where people can go and just hang out and be themselves.
Yeah.
What about your community? Tell us a little bit about it. Who are they?
I mean, we as a Siege community, it feels like everyone knows each other. Like everyone knows other streamers and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. And like I get viewers from like Eddie, or like I get viewers from Kixes, or like I don't know, Serenities, all that. So it's really tight, and it's awesome like that. And like we talk about everything. We talk about the game a lot. Possibly like I think we mostly talk about the game, like how to fix it, or like like this and that, different operators, different metas and stuff like that. So
Nice.
our community is very, let's say, Siege focused. Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not
nice.
like a variety
And you
streamer or
kind of
anything like that.
Yeah, bounce
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah.
Now, Eddie, you've really prided yourself on giving a lot of love to your community.
Oh, big time.
And you receive a lot back from them. Tell us a little bit about your philosophy behind that.
I mean, I've always had the philosophy, if I'm not enjoying myself, I can't give 100% of myself to my community. And that's something that I love about being a variety broadcaster, is being able to play what I enjoy. And they're there to be together, to be a family, and and to enjoy the stream no matter what I'm playing. But when it comes to Siege, it's such a different, it's so progressive. Like everybody's so supportive, regardless, like whether I'm getting demolished or like I'm doing something silly, like in the clip that we saw walking in the Frost traps. That was right when Frost came out.
Screaming.
But
Okay, you
but
gotta
absolutely,
defend- you gotta defend
for sure.
yourself about
Well,
walking into a
for every one clip that's made of me like doing something super clutch, there's like 50 clips of me walking in the Frost traps or doing something silly or getting caught out.
That's pretty much my entire life.
Exactly, right? So it's
For every one success, I have
but
50
that's
failures.
all that matters. Like, what matters at the end of the day is making someone smile. Because I get this opportunity to come and watch these players be monsters, destroy the barriers that I can't even come up with in my mind to get to that level of skill. But I still love the game, and I still love getting a little better, learning from them. But I also offer that open hand to anybody can enjoy Siege. You can find something from this community that you'll love and that you'll continue to come back to every day. You don't have to be a pro to love Siege, and that's my favorite part about it.
That's great, man. That's beautiful. And shout out to all of your guys' communities.
Yes.
Now, Lexi, you have a thing where you wear a hat, right?
Yeah.
And everybody always calls you Ash. Is that
Yeah,
right?
it's the red hair and the hat.
It's the red hair. That combination is pretty good. But tell us a little bit about your community and how they are with you.
Well, my community is extremely loving. Basically, we came from a totally different game scene.
Yeah.
And which was Ark Survival Evolve, and that's mainly what I played. And so I completely switched games over to Ark, and my community was just extreme. Can't word. My community was extremely accepting of me switching over to Siege, and it's just it's grown, and the Siege community has kind of really accepted us too, and it's just a really loving community, and it's a really fast growing community too.
Nice.
It's crazy.
That's cool. And how do you guys maintain that growth, and how do you guys really see that, just provide engaging content?
I think consistency
Yeah,
is
consistency.
always the biggest thing. Being very consistent. I take these sabbaticals from Siege because I do the plat on every platform. So I try to go for platinum on every platform. Everybody says go for diamond, and I'm going for it someday. But
I'm just trying to make it to copper.
yeah, legitimately, I just I want to enjoy the game, hit that rank scene on all platforms, and show everyone that it's so accessible as a player on every platform. So that's why I do plat on every plats, and I enjoy the heck out of it. And it's it's such a great way to just give more content while doing the same thing, right?
Nice.
I'm playing on all three platforms. I'm playing the same game, but they get something different because oh, Eddie's gonna be on Xbox today. Eddie's gonna be on PS4. And then when I do all three platforms, I take a little break. Because you go hard in the paint.
Yeah.
You need a little bit of a cool down. So, I always find myself, but every time I come back to Siege, every update, every season, every mid-season reinforcement, I'm addicted again.
Yeah,
And that's
that's
beautiful.
Now, we've been talking a lot about what we do love about Siege, but this is an opportunity for you guys to share some some opinions. I think Eddie has a few opinions on this. What's your feedback about Siege? What would you actually change about Siege?
So what I love is we definitely had the opportunity to be able to think about how we wanted to convey the best way possible, because one tip that I have for the community before we get into what our criticisms are is that constructive criticism is going to be your best friend. Nobody wants to listen to somebody saying, oh, your game sucks, fix your game. That's not going to help. And the best way to convey it is to try and my philosophy in my head is, if I can reinforce it with 2 positive things and take 1 negative thing, I'm doing a good job progressing the game further, or at least taking my perspective and helping people understand where I'm coming from. So my joke on how to make Siege better is to remove House, Plane, Yacht, and Favelas. We can just get rid of those maps. We'll be happier all day, every day. But what we had the good grace of talking about is procedurally generating maps. And each season, if it's every week, or if you could ever come up with something where it's every match, every ranked match.
That'd be crazy.
Bomb sites, cameras, these things are static. They're static locations. Players know where they are every single day, every match. And the problem there is that when we're trying to invite, and I invite everyone to try Siege if you get the chance. We have a free weekend on all platforms this weekend. Try Siege out. But the biggest thing is you're going to feel a little overwhelmed. Excuse me. You're going to feel very overwhelmed.
I still feel
because when there's people playing constantly, you're trying to learn the maps and all that stuff. That's when I say, make sure you hit Terrorist Hunt, do some custom matches with some friends. Try your best to don't let the game overcome you. You want to take it step by step. But these people that are playing these players that are playing every day, dedicated. Right. They know where the cams are. They know where the bomb sites are. They know what the strats are. And it's the constant. You go in and you know what you're going to be doing. So when you're going and pop camera down, bomb site, this is how we got to push. This is, it's a static, it's a plateau of the skill cap. And one of my favorite things when Siege first came out was learning everything, and learning it while you sweating in a ranked match and being oh man, how can I in the moment make this better for me? And I think that that's changed a lot with everyone having the knowledge of the game modes, having the knowledge of the maps. And so procedurally generating, changing where bombs are, changing where cameras are, I think that would be a great thing to enhance the game. Who knows if it's possible,
right.
But I imagine if you just go into a game and you think you know where the bombs are, but it's completely different, or you think you know where the cameras are, and now you're spending a few extra seconds trying to find where the new camera spots are. I think that would be phenomenal. I think that would change the game and not only give this new feel, but it would also this new feel to the game. But I feel like it would welcome new players in much better.
Now, Lexi, would you share that opinion? Do you have anything? What would you kind of change about Siege as well?
I do like the idea of the variety thing. I think one thing that makes Siege so difficult is, like you said, it's very not new player friendly. Not that it's not new player friendly. It's that when you get into the game, you're getting into a game with someone that's been playing this game religiously, at least sometimes. And there's so many things that's different from every other shooter. Like you said, the cameras, you're not going to be tanking bullets like nothing in this game. Knowing what's destructible, knowing what corners, and everything like that. So definitely adding that, I think, would make it more new player friendly, if anything.
Yeah.
Nice. Tangy, anything to add on?
Well, this is kind of dedicated to, let's say, the more experienced kind of players who plays a lot of ranked matchmaking. And a system such as when a player, for example, clicks ranked, there's 15 maps in the game right now. So he'll pick, let's say 7 or 8 before he can click start playing ranked. So I feel like that would kind of limit the amount of maps that every player can just jump on, and it kind of helps some players as well who really wants to learn certain maps to jump on that map and just keep learning. And also, obviously, for the guys out there who don't like, the likes of Favelas, I myself don't like favelas. Favelas, yacht, plane, but it'd be a really, really nice system to kind of add and it will really help out. Yeah.
Nice. That's really cool. I love hearing the way you guys talk about Siege and hearing how you would like improve it, what you would do to change it. I really appreciate that, and I know all of our developers really appreciate that. So absolutely, this is the kind of feedback we love listening to. And if you go to the Reddit or the forums or on Twitter, we're always there listening to you guys, taking your feedback like this. And really, I think coming up, we're going to be talking with some of our other developers, but they always say the same thing, is that this is a game built by the communities, which is really cool, really cool. Cool, so we're about to wrap up here. Just want to there's a couple quick announcements to make. One really awesome announcement. Yes. But before we get to our big surprise, I just want to say that we are going to be doing a data dump coming up at the end of every season, starting with Velvet Shell for year 2. There will be a data dump of all the stats and information that come from the game. I see Eddie's face right now.
Yeah, I wasn't warned about that.
Oh, what? Yeah, so you'll be able to get a lot of different statistics on the game, and we'll be revealing more information about that as we get closer to the end of year 1 of season 2, or year 1, season 1 of year 2.
There you go.
Yeah, I flipped it around. But we also have one big announcement to make coming, and I'm super excited to announce this, that we are going to be releasing a line of chibi figurines.
Yes.
Woo! I know a lot of people want merch, and there they are, coming in summer 2017. You will be able to
Oh my God, look at them.
I hear the crowd going crazy.
Yes.
You'll be able to get your hands on the first of 5 in a series. We have IQ, Montaigne, Ash, Smoke, and Tachanka. And if we cut back to myself, you'll be able to actually see them on the table here. And they'll be available. They're actually available for pre-order right now on UB Workshop. So if you go to ubworkshop.com/6 Siege figurines, you'll be able to get a pre-order link for these 5 figurines. And the story of the chibis is really cool because they started out as this one artist who created these little chibi icons and artists. And it became it became like the community just loved them, right? And now they're Flair on the Reddit. We use them in marketing assets, and now you'll be able to own your very own chibi coming in summer of 2017.
So good. So good.
Yeah, you guys like those?
I love it. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're very cool, extremely well made. These are work in progress prototypes as well, I should mention, but they're close to the near final thing. They'll be available for pre-order starting at $24.99 US and $29.99 Canadian. But you'll also be able to get a collector's bundle for $124.99 US and $149.99 Canadian. So check those out. We're posting social media right now, and you'll be able to get the links on our Twitter and Facebook. So that is all. Once again, thank you guys so much for coming to our panel.
Thank you for having us out. It's an honor.
Yeah, this event is awesome, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you guys are incredible in our community and incredible on Twitch and incredible people in general. So
well, we wouldn't be who we were if it's not for the people out there. Like they make us who we are. So it's all about the entire community coming together as one.
Cool. Well, that is it for the entire panel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Coming up, we have the Xbox One quarterfinals. Thank you guys so much.